Now, when we talk about index numbers, it's a very simple topic and a very important topic. Probably you can expect the chapter for 6 to 8 marks in your final exams. So, we will first start with the definition of this particular topic and then we'll go to important terms, notations, formulas, and everything one by one. Okay, so the definition. Index number is a special kind of average which helps to determine changes in prices or quantities or value of a commodity for a given time period with respect to some other previous time period. Say for example, if I want to compare the prices of commodities of 2020 with 2015, so it can be compared and it can be found out whether the prices have increased or decreased, whether the inflation has gone up or inflation has gone down by using the tools of index numbers. There are various formulas, various methods which are applied in this particular chapter which help us to calculate and understand whether there has been the increase in the prices or whether there has been decrease in prices of commodities. Same way, when you talk about commodities, the government wants to know how much quantities of products are produced in our country so that they can understand whether that production does it really suffice our country people, or in case if it is not sufficient for our people, so they can obviously import from some other countries and then they can distribute to the people of your own country. So in such a case, the quantity index number helps us to understand whether a sufficient amount of quantities are being produced in the country or not. Generally, when you talk about values, so they talk about the import value and the export value of a particular commodity, like that. So value index number generally works with the import value and the export value. Okay, so one by one we will see all of them, whether we are talking about the prices or the quantities or the value of a particular commodity. Now, when we talk about the three types of index numbers, the first one is price index number, second is quantity index number, and the third is the value index number. Now, these are the three main types that we have to study in this particular chapter. Generally, price index number helps us to understand variation in prices. Quantity index number helps us to understand variation in quantities which are produced or sold over a period of time. So we can just say quantities, and value index number helps to understand variation in value of the particular commodity which is under consideration over there. Okay, so these are the three main types of your index numbers. Now, when we want to calculate the index numbers, there are some basic terms and there are basic notations that we have to follow. So, what are the important terms that we require? The first is base period. It is the period with respect to which the comparison is done. Generally, suppose if I say that find out the index number of 2020 with comparison of prices of 2015, then we will say that 2015 will be considered as the base period, like that. And it is denoted with suffix 0. So in such a case, P represents price. So P0 is the price of a commodity in the base year or the base period. Similarly, Q0, Q stands for quantity. So Q0 is representing quantity of the commodity in the base year. And when we talk about V0, so V stands for value. So V0 will represent value of commodity in base year. A very important thing that you need to remember, value is always price multiplied by quantity. Therefore, I can say that V0 is equal to P0 into Q0. Okay, so this is a very important thing that we need to remember in terms with respect to the base period. Exactly same notations and similar terms we will see one more time for the second type or the second term which we have. It is called as the current period. Current period is the period for which index number is to be calculated, and it is denoted with suffix 1 or n. depending on what your teachers want, they can use that particular suffix. There is no condition whether you should use 1 or only n. They can use anything as per their choice. So suppose if I say P1, then P1 over here represents price of the commodity in current year. Q stands for quantity, so Q1 represents quantity of the commodity in the current year, which can be maybe produced, purchased, sold, anything. And V1 represents value of the commodity in the current year. Just like we have V0 is equal to P0 into Q0, we also have V1 to be equal to P1 into Q1. So these are all the important points and terms which we require. Now, other than this, the next important thing that we need to know over here it's the price relative. When we talk about price relative, we say that it is defined as ratio of current year price to base year price expressed as a percentage, and it is denoted as I or R. Both the terms can be represented for price relative, so either I or R, whatever you like or your teacher wants, you can use according to that. And the formula is again a simple one. Suppose if I say that I over here is used, so we say it is the ratio. So ratio matlab it has to be something upon something. Ratio of what? Current year price. What is the current year price? It is P1 to the base year price. What is the base year price? It is P0. So I is equal to P1 upon P0. And when we say expressed as a percentage, so what does that mean? You have to multiply this with 100. So this is the way we will be calculating the price relative. Now let us come to a very important point. Simple aggregative method to find index numbers. Under this, the first one that we have is the price index number. See, price index number, it is denoted with notation P01. It is read as price index number for period 1 with base 0. So when you say P0, P and P1 separately, so they indicates the prices. But when we write P01 together, 0 and 1 together, so it is indicating a notation for the price index number. So basically price index number is represented by P01. Now, what is the formula for calculation of this? So let us see the formula. P01 is equal to summation of P1 upon summation of P0 multiplied by 100. That is our first formula for calculating the index number. And let us understand how we can apply this particular formula with a very easy example. Okay, see. Suppose if you are given a question like this, commodities are A, B, C and D. Prices in 2000 and prices in 2005. Suppose if this kind of a data is given to us, so looking at this, the first thing that we have to decide that the smaller year prices, which is 2000, it will be considered as base year prices, and the greater year prices, which is 2005 over here, it will be considered as the current year prices. So notation we will apply P0 and P1. So as per our formula, we have to take summation P1 upon summation P0. When we talk about summation, it means that you have to just do the addition, nothing more than that. So when we add these values 5 and 5, that will give me 10. 2 plus 3 5, 6, 7 and 1, that is 8. Again over here 5 and 5, that will give me 10. 5, 4 and 1 5, 5 and 5 10, 10 and 5, that will give me 15. So as per my formula, I will say over here that P01, always in all the sums we will first write the formulas, and it is like this. Summation P1, that is 150, upon summation P0, that is 80, multiplied by 100. So in this case, what I can do is I can cancel off these both values, and in my rough work I just divide 15 divided by 8, so it goes with 1. 7 will be left, so I take a decimal. 7 into 8, 8 into 8 is 64, so I will be left with 6. I can take a 0, go for 7, 56, 4 is left, 0, so I will get 5. So that is actually 1.875 into 100, which is 187.5 is equal to P01. That is our required value of index number. Now see, I'll tell you one more very important thing. Even though this will not be asked to you in your exams, for your knowledge I want to share this thing with you. So just listen very carefully the next point. Index number for base year is always assumed as 100, because index number is always calculated as percentages. So for percentages the base is always 100. Therefore for a base year the index number is always assumed to be 100. This is an assumption over here. So if in this example, because I am given two different years, 2000 and 2005, I assume that index number for 2000 is 100, and this value 187.5 that we have calculated is index number for 2005 is what we have calculated to be 187.5. So if you observe, there is an increment of 87.5% because original value was 100, the new value is 87.5. So there is an increment of 87.5% in prices of commodities from 2000 to 2005. This is the basic interpretation of the value of P01 that we have obtained in this example. So the next one that you have is quantity index number, which is denoted by Q01. Again, over here we are talking about the simple aggregative method. Therefore, it is again having the same formula, summation Q1 upon summation Q0 into 100. See, the formula just remains the same. Instead of price, we are just replacing it by the quantity. So even the working also over here will remain the same. The only changes that will be done in your examples would be, instead of prices, they will write it as quantity of a certain year, and again over here also quantity of some another year. So instead of summation P1 upon summation P0, we will apply the formula for summation Q1 upon summation Q0 into 100. So that is a very same manner of calculating of quantity index number using the simple aggregative method as we did for the first one, which was the price index number. The third one that we have is an important one, which is the value index number, and it is denoted as V01. Similarly, what we did in the above two cases, I will say that V01 is equal to summation of V1 upon summation of V0 into 100. But the thing is, in our examples, they never give us the values of the commodities. They always gives us the price and their respective quantities. It is we who have to calculate the value of those particular commodities by using the above formula that we had seen. In place of V1, we will write P1 into Q1. In place of V0, we will write P1 multiplied by Q1. In fact, P0 multiplied by Q0, and this will be multiplied with 100. So let us see how we can apply this formula again with the help of a small example. Suppose if you are given the commodities S, P, Q and R, say three commodities are given along with their corresponding base year, price and quantity, current year, price and quantity. So we will say these both are the values of P0 and Q0, whereas these both are the values of P1 and Q1. Suppose the prices are 10, 25 and 30. In the current year the prices become, let us say, 20, 30 and 50. The quantities of the base year, let us say 2, 4 and 5. Here let us say the quantities become 5, 8 and let us say this is 6. So this kind of a table or this kind of a question will be given to us, and they will tell you to find out the value index number. So it is we who has to make two additional columns for calculating the value index number. One will be P1 into Q1 and the another will be P0 into Q0. The first column is for the numerator, the second column is for the denominator. So when I multiply the values of P1 into Q1, 20 into 5, that will give me 100, 30 into 8, that will give me 240, and this will give me 300. When I say P0 Q0, so 10 into 2, that is going to give me 20, 25 into 4 will give us 100, and this is going to give you 150. So just take the total of the last two columns and not of any other columns. This is 0, 4 and 6, 0, 7 and 2. So as per my formula, V01 summation of P1 into Q1 upon summation P0 into Q0 into 100, I write over here P1 into Q1 is 640, this is 270 into 100. So let us cancel off these both values. So I will get 64 divided by 27. So 27 into 2, that is going to give us 54. We will be left out with 10. I can take 10 over here. So when you multiply the values of 27 with, let us say, 4, so in such a case 27 into 3, that is going to give you 81. So I take a point, take a 3, I get the remainder as 19, take a 0. 27 into 7, that is equal to 189. 1 is left, 1 0 can be taken for free. I need to take one more 0 over here, so again this is going to go with 3. So 2.3703 into 100, that is actually 237.03 is the answer for V01.